Good evening. Hello to you. How are you all doing? Nice to see you. Hey, Nanook and Fly Lido. Welcome. Andreas, moin. So, welcome, welcome. We are back and we're flying the Horizon 787 mod. Lilienthal, nice to see you. And Luke, good evening. And we are using our new BeyondATC add-on. As you can see, we're called Aero Mexico 3858. And yeah, as you can also see, we're flying from Mexico City. It's a bit hazy at the moment, but we're flying to Austin, Texas. And 08, moin, and Bergziegenclub, hello to you. Yeah, so BeyondATC has gotten a update. Actually, I think there was 2 small updates, and the minor update 1.0.18 had lots of fixes for voice recognition and spoken instructions not being understood. Added new options to have BATC prefer virtual airlines. Okay, interesting. I have to try that at some time with one engine out. And an added option to force basic voice model to use English-based speech. Right. We'll be using the payware version. And then toggle always on top button change to toggle bring to front. Okay. Oh, hang on. That's not changed for me, though. Let me just check the version here. 1.0.18 EA. No, I have the latest version. Okay, but that's still showing always on top. Right, and then, yeah, added additional fixes with flight plans, routes, and top of descent calculations. Yeah, that was one of the things that was somewhat not working well at all. So hopefully we'll have some better descent calculations today. Yeah, so I saw also some other streamers trying out BeyondATC, and yeah, they also had some issues regarding descents, right? Flylilo, have you seen the DFD 350 videos? Looks promising. Yeah, but that's still far out, isn't it? Regarding the release. Does that mean your co-pilot won't respond to you beautiful now? Yeah, well, here the co-pilot doesn't work anyways, so we're going to enjoy some peace and quiet today. It's out? Hang on, DFD 350. Hold on. What is the DFD 350? DFD. Oh, okay, it's a misunderstanding. Yeah, no, not the DA50, no, the DFD 350. Yeah, hey, Gabby, no worries. No worries at all. Right, cool. So let's have a look here. Just want to see that. I might do that. Cool. So today, only one flight. Reason being is that I need to prepare to go to actually work in real life. So I got to go to Frankfurt tomorrow and enjoy some real world flying for once. Cool. Anybody else using BeyondATC here? Anybody else made some interesting observations?
Welcome aboard the Captain.
Hey, Sim Caesar.
Channel subscriber experience.
Caesar, can you do me a favor? Can you check your messages on Twitch, please?
Snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Yeah, I promised. I wrote you a private message on Twitch.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Can you have a look, please? That'd be. Oh, you responded on Discord. Oh, sorry, I didn't check Discord in the last hour. But yeah, thank you very much for your response. I'll read that later. And Simpsons, a big thank you to 64 months. incredibly long time. And guys, if you don't know SimCaesar, please check out his channel on Twitch. Let me give you a shout out for that. There's Mark. Hello. Hello, Mark. How you doing? And Yoda also in the house. Nice. Right. Yeah. So we are.
Welcome aboard the Captain
And
Black
Mark.
Box
My
Twitch
God.
channel subscriber
Hang on.
experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin?
Yeah. I don't know what
Where
GSX is doing here.
complimentary drinks,
Oh.
snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Oh, that's-
BB711 Gold, BB711 Gold, BB711 Gold.
Golden. Yes. Thank you so much, Mark. Big thank you to Tier 3. Incredibly generous. Tier 3. 79 months. Good God. And Luke coming in next. We'll wait for the jingle. And Space Aviation.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch
Hey,
channel
okay, you're
subscriber
flying on
experience.
VATSIM. Yeah, I'm
Could new
using
subscribers
BeyondATC
please
today.
Make your way to the first class cabin,
And Frank,
where complimentary drinks,
greetings to
snacks,
Belgium.
and premium
Gregory.
flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
You're logging in. Gold, yeah. So
4
Luke,
years already? Boy, time flies by these days. Hope you are doing good.
I'm doing very good. Thanks for asking, Luke. And I'm happy that the speech or text to speech is working again. So thank you for the 4 years. Incredible long time as well. 4 years, Luke. Big thank you. And I hope you're well, Luke. Luke, was you that had an operation? Tonsils
Welcome
out or
aboard the
something?
Captain Black Box Twitch channel
Hope I'm not mixing up with someone else. Tom, thank you as well for the 40 months. Long time as well. Tom, thank you.
Drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
And Tom, once again, thanks for the 40 months. Oh, that was not you, Luke. Okay, then that was someone else. Yeah, sorry. I think it was someone flying along, or wanted to fly along on DCS the other day. Tim said you're doing a couple of flights in the BATC last night. Way better than in-game ATC, but still prefer VATSIM. Had issues, but great potential. Yeah, I think that's what you have to realize. Is
Welcome
that
aboard the Captain Black Box Duo
it's
Channel
that,
experience. Could new
it's still-
subscribers please make their way to
it's
the
still in
first
the
class
making,
cabin,
right?
where complimentary
some
drinks,
Caesar.
snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
SimCaesar? Thank you so much. Gifting a sub to Tim Dog. Tim Dog, please say a big thank you to SimCaesar for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. And oh my God, SimCaesar! My God.
SimC train, SimC kabooms.
Thank you so much as well for the 5 for the bits. Good God, SimCaesar. What day is it? A Tuesday, right? Sim, you're streaming tonight, right? You are streaming tonight. Yeah, okay. Thank you, SimCaesar, for all the support. Thank you so much. Right, guys. Once again, big shout out to SimCaesar. Please check out his channel tonight. He's streaming tonight on Twitch. Thank you so much, everyone. That's almost a level 3 hype train coming in. Golly. Right. So BeyondATC. We'll see how today's flight goes. So I've not tried BeyondATC yet on or in the US or Mexico for that matter. So we are using the. Oh, hang on. A good thing I checked, because that was set to basic. Oh no, that's the traffic voice models. That's not working yet. Yeah, so we are using premium higher cost. So the traffic AI traffic is not working just yet. They plan to implement it at some point, and that means that you're going to see and hear other traffic, AI traffic. Another interesting question I got on my channel was if there's any way that you can use this on if you're flying multiplayer. So as far as I would say, at the moment, I've not read anything about it, but that would be an interesting concept, wouldn't it? So let's say we do group flights fairly often. It would be great if you actually saw on the Microsoft multiplayer server, if you then saw the other, not just see the other traffic, but the other traffic also being guided, coordinated by BeyondATC. That would be fantastic, but I doubt I think that's going to be pretty complicated to program. But just a thought, really. Cool. Routing. Routing is fairly standard today. Let me just give you a quick overview here. So, yeah, Mexico, it's just northbound, literally northbound onto the arrival. And then, well, today, that's the thing. Has anybody got experience with this? Or in SimCaesar, just while you're here, have you tried BeyondATC SimCaesar by any chance? And here's a big shout out, big thank you. Big thank you for the hype train, the level 2 hype train. Thank you so much, everyone. That's incredible support. Yeah, SimCaesar. I think that's what I've heard as well. You know, mixed reviews. So I am wondering today what happens after we pass Snot. Because usually you would get radar vectors, right? Now, I've seen one streamer where the controller asked him if he had the field inside. Yeah, those waypoint names. Lips, face, planks, smiling, Snot, Stinson, Tatao. Yeah. So we'll see. Well, it'll be interesting to see because it's completely different to what we had on the last flight to London Heathrow, where we just got the clearance for a standard ILS approach out of Lambourne. So I'm intrigued to find out how this is going to work today. Right, we're getting close to boarding being finished. So I've already prepared everything here in the FMS. So apart from the Takeoff performance, so I've loaded in the SimBrief weight and balance. So we've got 295 passengers. We've got a zero fuel weight of 161.4 tons. Fuel on board 16.7. APU is already running. So I'll leave that off. And then I have the routing. So our departure route. And there's no discontinuities. Radar vectors. And as always, it's the Boeing procedure for us where we only select a runway for arrival. So let me just go back to route. So we only insert a landing runway, but no approach, and the arrival and transition. We do that so that we don't get in trouble when we go and have an engine failure on takeoff and press the toga buttons, that it doesn't automatically go into LNAV. It's supposed to continue straight ahead. Right. Anyways, so we've done that, and then we do one more thing. We're going to go ahead and calculate our takeoff performance. Condition is dry. Oh, here comes the wind again. It's a shame we can't simply load in the wind. The wind apparently is 360 at 5. So here we go again. 360.05. So let's try that. 360.05. Oh, that worked. Temperature, I have 27. And the takeoff weight, 178.2. Let's make that 3. CG. Why isn't my... Hello? CG, let's try 22 for now. CG is... Weight and balance. There it is. Zero fuel weight. Actually, CG... Actual is 27, let's say. Okay. So we got 27. And the weight is 178 minus taxi, so 170. Well, we're not going to use that much fuel, is it? 300 kilograms maybe? So let's put 168. No, 170. That's a bit too much. So 178. I would put in 177.8 in this case. 177.8, yeah. That should give us a good weight here. So we'll have optimum rating, flap optimum, anti-ice is off. And let's calculate that. Do you use separate EFB for performance calculation? Yes, yes. Exactly. So aviation artists, we actually only use the Boeing EFB for the camera system. We don't use it for anything else. We have our own EFB on the window here, on the side, and it's pretty much the same EFB as we have as we have at home. So we've been given an EFB by the company, and that's what we use for studying, for preparations, etc. And that has pretty much the same software as in the aircraft. Let's put in Mexico. Now it's an hour of departure, and we'll go through the briefing in a minute. So oil looks good. That looks fine. Overt panel looks set. And then we'll have a look at the departure route real quickly. So departure is probably the auxiliary to Alpha, at least that's what we filed. Runway 5 right. At least I hope that's what I've done. Oh no, 5 left. Yeah, we'll see. If 5 left will work as well. I mean, actually, tell you what we'll do. Let's go get a clearance, shall we? So let's have a look at the airport infos. We'll get the clearance. Delivery frequency is 22.1. So let's do 122.10 in here. Let's try that. Okay. Input device.
All aircraft be advised information might now current. Altimeter 3030.
3030. Clearance delivery, good afternoon. Aeromexico 3858. Request IFR clearance. Right, it's not taking my... Why is it not taking my my push to talk button? Let's see what else we can do. That's weird. It's registering it. So I can bind it, press a key, keyboard joystick controller, trigger. And I've got UI sounds activated. Oh, hang on. There's one more thing I want to do though. Hold on. Just want to check the sound settings. Chat. Yeah, chat. What? Hang on. With the new update, hang on. If it said you need to unplug. Really? With the new update, you have to reset PTT and also... So workaround, unplug and replug the device. Okay. You're right. That worked. Thank you guys. And I never would have figured that one out. Thanks guys. That's brilliant. Yeah, so Noah, just unplug and replug the device, the yoke or the joystick, whatever you use. They're working on a fix. Fantastic. Oh, guys, and also news out from Winwing regarding their FCU. They have fixed. Apparently, they have fixed the flickering issue with DX12 and frame generation. So that's good news as well. Haven't had time to try it though. Clear delivery. Good afternoon, Aeromexico 3858. Request IFR clearance.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Mexico delivery. Expect runway 05 left. Access to Alpha departure. Squawk 1021.
Aeromexico 3858. Expect runway 05 left. Axir to Alpha. Squawk 1021.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Read back correct. Contact ground 122.8 when ready for push or start.
Aeromexico 3858. When ready, contact ground 122.8. Okay, so that worked nicely. Even though I didn't correct. Well, I didn't read back that 100% according to the text, but it did understand the readback, which is good. So that works very nicely. BeyondATC a keeper? I don't know. It's still in development, so it's hard. You know, if I had done like 10 flights, then maybe I could really judge. Right now, I am not 100% sure how well it's working. So today it'll be interesting to find out what happens on that arrival into Austin regarding radar vectors. Yeah, Camo. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? So initially I read back the wrong call sign, but I corrected it and it still understood it. Yeah. Yeah, I expected actually read back to say read back and not correct, you know, repeat or say again. Cool. So as briefed, the Axir to Alpha departure, which means from runway 05 left though, so we have to change that. Hang on, can we... Yeah, let me just try something. Aeromexico 3858 request.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Did not copy.
Oh, heavy. Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, request runway 05 right.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Due to ongoing work on traffic injection, runway changes have been disabled. Unable runway change at this time.
Okay, well, there we go. Aeromexico 3858, copied. Okay, well, there we go.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy did not copy.
Disregard. Okay. So we'll go and I'm going to change that on which Airbus do you favorite to fly, CEOs or NEOs? I actually quite enjoyed the 320 Neo. I didn't really enjoy that much the 321 Neos. I honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of the 319. It was like a little car. Yes, it was, you know, nice and sporty, but landing it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. I don't know what it was. Yeah, so I like the 320 Neos actually. So departure, let's go departure here. Let's go change that to 5 left. Axira to Alpha. Let's check the legs page. So departure brings us then as follows. So it says here, out of departures, runway 5 left and 5 right. Transition altitude is 18,500 feet. So we're going to proceed on the... Let's go here. On the waypoints. 800, 9,000 above. 802, 14,000 below. And then 803, 16,000 above. 804 is fine. 805 restriction between 220 to 260, correct. That's because of the arrival routings. And then we've got Axiri 290 below. So that's all correctly programmed. Initial climb. Well, we're going to put in 14,000 because that's our first at or below altitude. I'm not sure how other airlines use the VNAV function. So for us, on arrival, we are allowed to use managed descent. So VNAV path or VNAV speed for descent as a mode. And so we can dial down the last cleared altitude or the last altitude on the arrival routing if we cleared that arrival routing. However, as soon as we go into, let's say, vertical speed or level change, we have to always dial in the next hard altitude. Now, for departure, we are not allowed to use VNAV, or at least not VNAV path, VNAV speed. Disregard, we are allowed to use VNAV path, VNAV speed. However, we have to dial in the hard altitudes. So in this case, 14,000. So what we're not allowed to do on departure is that we're not allowed to, let's say, the highest is 290. We're not allowed to dial in 290 on the MCP and fly this climb out with VNAV. That's not what we're allowed to do. We're allowed to use VNAV. However, we have to dial in each of these hard altitudes. And so that's why the first one will be 14,000 feet. When is SU-15 coming out? I don't think anyone knows. I think everyone's speculating, but nobody has really said anything. Cool, so that's that. Now, we're going to take to thrust limit first of all. And then we had worked out flat 5. Oh, hang on, disregard. 5 left. 5 left. Calculate. Hagelent, Bosma. If you've never done VATSIM, can you get BeyondATC to learn how to fly in VATSIM? Yeah, I think it would help, yes, definitely. Elias, good evening. And Sehan, thank you much for the kind words, Sehan. Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you? So it's still going to be flap 5. We've got DTO 270. Man, I hope that's going to work. It's a long runway, but still, it's, you know, we are, let's accept that. I mean, 27 CG, we are at high altitude. We're at 7,300 feet right now. So I'm not sure. I don't know. And the speeds are extremely low. I'm a bit worried. 178.8. Actually, maybe, hang on. Maybe I need to put it this way. Maybe that helps. Yeah, maybe me putting in, yeah, that's the thing. So I put in 177.8, but you should dial that, you should write that out completely. Now that makes more sense. So DTO 237. I knew something wasn't right. I knew immediately something wasn't right. Gifts work at the moment. I can't. It's downstairs. I don't have it up here in my room with me, unfortunately. But otherwise, yeah, it would have been a good idea. So flap 5, 44. All right, let's put 144 in here. It didn't send over then. 147 and 153. That looks all correct. So let's dial in 153. Cool. Yeah, as always, guys, we have high terrain around Mexico, especially to the east. But even to the north, look at the MSAs: 12,100, 14,800, 19,400. So threats definitely today, the high terrain. Weather-wise, it's not too bad. And then one more thing I want to put in. VNAV transition altitude 18,500. There we go. Now I am happy. Cool. Right, let's do the before start items. So that will be taken off automatically, I think, right? Nothing in the center tank. Beacons going on. That looks good. Just going to put transponder on already. One recall check. Heft. So HEFT. Those are the ones we want to see here. That's all correct. Recall is checked. So first of all, though, let's run a pre-flight checklist. Now, the pre-flight checklist here is actually a little bit short. Our pre-flight checklist is a bit longer. So pre-flight checklist, gear pins covers removed. Oxygen tested 100%. Flight instruments heading is... Not sure why it does that. Goes into LNAV straight away. I'm going to wait with it. So then we got heading 324 and altimeter 3030, 7,310. Checked. Parking brake is set. Read that off here. Parking brake set. And fuel control switch is cut off. Fuel quantity 16.7 tons. And that's the pre-flight checklist completed. Then we'll go through the before start checklist. Passenger signs are on. MCP V2153, heading 054 and altitude 4000. Takeoff speeds V1144, VR147, V2153. And thrust is 84.1%. Seated pre-flight is completed to trim. There we go. Supposed to set the trim on my side. So trim is set, text to takeoff briefing completed, and that's the before start checklist completed. Air Mexico ground, good afternoon. Air Mexico 3858 heavy, request push and start.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, Mexico ground. Pushback approved. Face southwest.
Aero Mexico 3858, pushback approved, face southwest. Is I heard on the video on demand when I watched my own stream, I had the impression that BeyondATC was pretty loud on stream. Is it better today? Is it loud enough, or is it too quiet now? Okay, they just released an update for the PTT binding issue. There we go, guys. So they're very quick on updating stuff. That's very cool. It's good? Fantastic. Oh, and if you are wondering, the flight time is 1 hour 42. Is it quiet? Okay. Then let me dial up the sound a little bit more then. But again, guys, please let me know if it gets too loud, okay? So we're going to face southeast. No, sorry, southwest. Yeah. So this way, here. I would say just jump on VATSIM, start easy, get a friend who has experience. Yeah, I mean, you can do that as well. The question was if, you know, if this program would help. And I would say it does help. Because what it does help you practice is the workload. So manage, flying the aircraft, and then manage hearing clearances, read back clearances, and then also dial in the frequencies and so on, because that is a certain workload that you got to practice. Cool. So there'll be a normal engine start overlapping. So start right engine. Start left engine. Oh yeah, and guys, I am using SimFX. Yeah, GSX, I don't know what's wrong with GSX here. Brexit.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
So both engines are running. Before taxi items, flaps 5. So APU goes off. That is all good. Do a recall check. That is already set. Engines looking good. Going to get rid of the engine display here. And we'll do a flight control check. And then we're going to wait for the all clear signal, wherever he is. It's hazy today here. Blimey. So there's a pushback truck. Muchas gracias. SimFX gives you, so it's from Parallel 42. SimFX gives you some things like contrails, engine pollution, heat blur. Now, I'm not sure though if, yeah, there we go, heat blur. If it's not green, then I guess it's not active, is it? But yeah, you have some environmental stuff. So, extended contrails, sky auroras. So I would assume that's active, but yeah, shooting stars. So yeah, some stuff here that's supposed to, make it more pretty. Yeah, pretty much a little bit like, the immersion packages, yeah. Good, let's go with the before taxi checklist. Anti-eyes off, record checked, flight controls checked, ground equipment clear, and APU is off. And that's the before taxi checklist completed. Aeromexico 3858, request taxi.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Runway 05 left taxi via Bravo, Alpha 2.
Via Bravo and Alpha 2, holding point 05 left, Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Heavy! Right. Right side's clear, left side clear, let's go. Tim, no, I've not seen it yet. Reverse thrust on the rain. Yeah, I we could try it out later after landing, maybe. We could try to make the weather somewhat rainy. Now, normally you would wait for the cabin ready call. We'd recheck our takeoff performance, make sure that's all correctly set. And Alpha 2 is not all the way at the end, but pretty much second last to the left. There's Bravo 2, then comes Bravo 1, and then comes Alpha 2. Aeromexico 3858, wind check.
Wind 355 at 5.
Thank you. Aeromexico 3858.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. Request not understood.
Yeah, so the readback, saying thank you something, BeyondATC doesn't understand that. Anyways, let's do the before takeoff checklist. All right, before takeoff checklist completed.
858 heavy. Contact Mexico Tower 118.7.
Oop. Darn. Yeah, that's the thing. It usually what it does. So here, 1-2.8 is what we are supposed to have. Yeah, so that doesn't behave like the real aircraft, unfortunately. Aeromexico 3858, contact tower 118.7.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. I didn't get that.
Oh well. We'll change that. Good. So checklist completed. We've done everything. Aeromexico, Mexico Tower. Good evening. Aeromexico 3858, ready for departure.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. Mexico Tower, wind 355 at 5. Runway 05 left, line up and cleared for takeoff.
Aeromexico 3858, runway 05 left, cleared for takeoff. Okay, so TCAS to go. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Are we ready? I think we are. Try LNAV now. Yeah, it goes straight into LNAV active. Shouldn't do that. Alright, anyways. Takeoff. Thrust set. 80 knots checked. It's a long takeoff roll, isn't it? Blimey. But the acceleration is correct. I mean, we're high altitude, so you want rotate. Pause rate. Gear up.
Mexico 3858 heavy, contact Mexico departure 129.1.
Contact 129.1. Bye-bye, Aero Mexico 385 at heavy. Autopilot on.
Negative Mexico departure on 129.1.
It always does that. We contact 129.1, Aero Mexico 3858. Flaps 1. Mexico departure, good afternoon. Aero Mexico 3858 heavy, passing 9,000, climbing 14,000. Flaps up. So sometimes it does that. It rarely happens, but sometimes it happens. It just gets stuck on generating speech. So what I have to do, I mean, what usually helps is if you go switch over. Aero Mexico 3858, passing 10,000, climbing 14,000. Hey, Captain Mitchell. Yeah, so that's the thing. It happens sometimes, and I don't know why. So anyways, we've passed this one, and next the restriction is 260. Let's go 260. And then it's kind of stuck there, so you can't do anything. So there's some frequencies which absolutely do not work. So I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. We're going to go and do the following. I want to close this. Start it again. We're going to get the update, I guess. Yeah, downloading update. Please wait. In the meantime, let's do the after takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete. And I'll quickly show the outside view a little bit. And I will restart BeyondATC. What a... That looks beautiful. Yeah, Tim, right? I mean, it happened. It only happened like once before for me, but it does happen. Well, that's a big update. It's still downloading. Blimey. Yeah, Flying Fox. I guess they need to change that in the app. I'm going to get the iCast to the side here. So we're still nicely on the departure route, about to cross the transition altitude. Fly Supreme, hello. No, so Gregory, right now, unfortunately not. No, it doesn't have VSD yet. I hope they implement it at some point. Right, update is almost finished. So now it's going to install. Eh? Why didn't it install? Oh. There it is. Good. Altimeters. Standard. Arcadius, hello. What are your thoughts on Active Sky from Microsoft? No, so honestly, I'm still not using Active Sky for Microsoft Flight Sim. I've not really, to be honest, I've not really had any real reason right now. I mean, even though the clouds may look prettier, but good. So now what we've done. So now we should be able to select climb out. So let's have a look how that works. So yeah, so climb phase, okay. And then we're supposed to tune. Let's have a look. Let's go have a look for the radios. And it was 1219, wasn't it? Let's try 1291. Just, we should be able to get a correct clearance. Oh yeah, there we go. Nothing tuned. Huh? It's connected. Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, hello, on frequency.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, Mexico departure, identified descent to 19,000 feet.
Air Mexico 3858, descent 19,000 feet. So now we have to request a higher level. And Air Mexico 3858 request flight level 300.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy. Enable your flight is to the north and flight level 300 is an even numbered flight level. Please pick an odd altitude.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, request flight level 350.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, roger. New cruise altitude flight level 350.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, climb flight level 350. So I guess this is kind of a...
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, you broke up. Say again altitude.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, climb flight level 350.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, you broke up. Say again altitude.
Request flight level 350, Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, flight level 350 is already your assigned cruise level.
All right, cool. He should be heavy then. So 350, what was a filed level? Let's have a look. 400, but if that's the wrong level, let's try 390. And Optimus 400, yeah, so let's see. Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, request flight level 390.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, I didn't get that.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, request flight level 390.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, roger. New cruise altitude, flight level 390.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, new cruise altitude, flight level 390.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, enable your flight is to the north and flight level 3900 is an even numbered flight level. Please pick an odd altitude.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, disregard. Oh god.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, I didn't get that altitude. Say again, altitude.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, flight level 390.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, I didn't get that altitude. Say again, altitude.
Request flight level 390, Aeromexico 3858 Heavy.
Okay.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, flight level 390 is already your assigned cruise level.
Yeah, Hannes, and that's the thing. I think that's where some of the criticism goes, and I agree. It's a shame that every time the program doesn't understand you for whatever reason, and you do say again, and you know it's characters each time, so it does go and deduct it from your premium character value. So yeah, that is a bit weird, isn't it? I don't think they do that on purpose. It's just they should implement something. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, sure, they thought about it for a long time, and they had some discussions about it, you know, how to do the pricing, but I don't know. I honestly don't know if that really is the best way to go about this. Yeah, so why not use, you know, like a monthly fee or something? And then maybe limit the amount of flights per month. So let's say, you know, to avoid it being misused, why not say, you know, $9.99 and you get 25 flights a month? All right, that's almost one flight each day. All right, and then you know, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long the flight, etc. But this, yeah, with the characters, and then we just had that conversation. Look how many characters that is. Look how many characters, just because the program didn't quite understand what I was saying to it. Yeah, I mean, regarding the how to read back, I mean, in real life, there's people saying 14,000, and there's other one saying 4,000. I think the program should be able to accept both of those values, really. Do you think that BeyondATC so far feels like not ready for release yet? No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But I think what they should have done, in my honest opinion, what they should have done is incentivize that. Maybe, use that as half price or something, or give you 100,000 characters for $10, just so to, say, right, the beginner price right now, or the starter price, because it's early alpha, or it's still in development. Don't use the final costs, because as long as that program is still not running as it should, people will feel a little bit betrayed by that pay scheme. So, and in the end, the reason why I think it would have been a good idea to make it kind of half price is also because those people that buy it and use it and then report in bugs are actually testers. They're like beta testers. So it's quite absurd, really, to be a beta tester and pay full price for it. Doesn't make much sense, does it? Right, that just seems a bit bright for me. Brightness. Yeah, or maybe even that. Yeah, so I mean, you're right. I mean, initially it does cost $30 anyways, doesn't it? So I guess it would have been okay to say, okay, well, you have to pay $30, but you're not going to, you're going to have you're going to keep your 50,000 premium characters until the program isn't final or full release. I think that would have been a bit more, in a goodwill and good tone for the potential customers. Big Johnson, right now, not too good. I think Mexico is okay. That looks quite nice. But we've been in Colombia for quite a lot of flights, and there the terrain doesn't really have much detail. Yeah, here it's fine. Here it looks good. No complaints. Yeah, so the one to the left. Okay, I appreciate feedback. However, again, it's in my opinion just not fair to charge for characters when the program itself is still so buggy that very often you're going to have this, say again and I didn't understand you and so on, right? It just doesn't make sense. So just to say you're not forced to buy it is a bit too simple in my opinion. And again, I stand by my argument that what are we right now? We are beta testers. Imagine the amount of feedback they're now getting through thousands of customers using it. Well, okay, well then limit the flights to, let's say, 5 per week or something. I mean, it's just, the thing is this, people, and I fully understand it, people will get upset seeing their premium characters being deducted over and over and over by these issues. And that's just, it just gives you a bad taste. I'm aware of the fact that they've got costs to cover. It's all good. But they decided to release it at a fairly early stage with plenty of bugs. And the thing is, right now they're getting a lot of negativity through the content creators, which are having issues. Well, no, even that argument, yeah, all right, you can use basic stuff. I don't want to use basic. I want to try out the premium stuff. I want to see, what the full deal is. I don't want to, be forced in using basic just to save characters. No, I mean, if I have to use characters, well, then I can expect a fully functional program. F4's releasing on 21st of May. Nice. That's good news. Well, okay, so then, I tell you what, then why not just charge for the characters that give you a clearance, and why just not charge for this say again? Just keep that, free, right? And just charge for these correct and understood clearances. Surely that can be done. So the thing is this, so here on stream right now, we've got over 200 people watching. I am getting live feedback from people that are actually getting annoyed by seeing that these say again actually deduct characters. I'm just giving feedback, guys. That's the thing. So I think it would be really, really a bad mistake if BeyondATC ignores that sort of feedback. Yeah, so another feedback that I've been getting through the last stream is the people are in general actually very happy with the program. They like the concept, and I was actually saying on my previous stream, I was saying that I don't really see the use for people that are seasoned in the use with VATSIM. And I said, well, I only see this more as a training tool for people who want to get in with VATSIM or IVEO. But then a lot of people actually said, no, you know what? Actually, I'm often on VATSIM, and I actually see this as a means of making my flights more interesting for the regions where I don't have coverage. And I get that point. I accept that point. I think that's a good argument. So again, it's a good program. I like the idea. A lot of people like the idea, and it's going to be, and that's what's going to make it successful, for sure. But on the other hand, if you get feedback regarding, what annoys people right now, I would take that seriously. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. So correct me if it says somewhere in the disclaimer that your characters will be used even if the program for whatever reason, doesn't understand your request, etc. So, I mean, again, I can only quote what I see here and what annoys me and what annoys other people here. Take it as a feedback, and if you don't like it, okay, well, then don't worry about it. Vinod says, I'm probably going to move to St. Tensions next month. Yeah, okay, so there we go. We got some other, yeah, you got competition as well to look after. Early sec, no, I've got a sector coming up. I've got to go tomorrow back to Frankfurt, so finally got some more rotations coming up. St. Tensions is expensive. I have not had a look at St. Tensions, because right now St. Tensions, to the last things I've heard, was still fairly bugged, and so I didn't really want to go into that. Hey Daniel, nice to see you. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, like I said, I've had a lot of people contacting me saying, hey, you know what? No, I'm going to use BeyondATC, even though I actually use VATSIM regularly, because I see some use for it, flying in areas that don't have coverage, or flying to be a bit more chilled but still have ATC. So there's definitely a good use for it. Absolutely. So St. Tensions costs $24.50 a month. Okay, so they have a monthly fee. Okay. Geralda, you bought the full package, premium. However, I still use basic voice and don't use the premium yet because of the early access has issues. Yeah, I mean, I get your argument. It's just honestly, if I'm absolutely honest, I don't know how long I would use it with the basic voices. I don't know. It's just one thing. I mean, what makes premium or the whole thing interesting is just have the different dialects and so on, and the features of it. So, yeah, it would be nice to see things come up with VFR at some point. That's something I'm gonna look for. So the idea to have also the AI trimmed for or trained for emergencies. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. All right. Anyhow, let's do some fuel checks. Taupo. Was that Taupo? Yeah, Taupo. We should have been here 32 minutes after departure. And fuel should be 9.8 plus 1.8. So 11.6 in this case. How much do we have? So currently we have 12.1. That looks pretty good. And elapsed time currently 29 minutes. And let's go here with data. Are you using Active Sky? No, I'm not. No, I'm just using still the normal Microsoft weather. Yeah, one thing, I don't know. So people said to me that with Active Sky, they still have some issues with the rain showers not being depicted properly. I don't know, but I have to try it myself at some point. Yeah, so the thing is regarding AI traffic, yeah, that's what I understand as well. So what you can do is you can, for your own conversations, use a premium. And then for the traffic, once that's inserted, once that's included, you could go here with basic as well. So that has no cost. But yeah, if you want to have, you know, the traffic voice model for the AI traffic premium as well, that will also again go from the characters, yeah. But you have the option there to go basic as well. Here's another thought. Right. I mean, I'm just reading some of the comments and people saying, well, you know, I don't use the characters yet, or, you know, I tell you what, after I've used my initial 50,000 characters, I'm going to go to the basic mode, which has no cost. But hang on, correct me if I'm wrong. Even the basic conversations will mean the AI has to process your response or your inputs, and that also costs money, doesn't it? I mean, that will cost money for BeyondATC. So it's one of those things. I'm just thinking about, you know, the whole idea, about the whole concept. No? What do you mean no? Hang on. What, the basic? So the basic AI, there's no costs? The basic voices do not use AI? No, you don't have to pay for the basic model. No, I'm just saying. Basic is on Rails, so the question and answer are from a standard script. Ah. Okay, so canned responses. So then it has kind of a limited amount of responses and requests that it can use. So you have to stick exactly to the script in that case. Okay. So it's kind of just using the software itself. It's not actually connected. Okay, so one is saying no, it's wrong. The other one's saying it's canned responses. It's kind of linear. No, you go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just reading out other people's comments right now. You can't see that. That's on Twitch. So they're saying it's linear responses, it's canned responses. So let's edutain. Hey, our Scotsman, how you doing? Yeah, but that just shows. You see, that's the thing, guys. So that's the thing. We have lots of people here. Lots of people have spent time looking at BeyondATC, and if there's so much misunderstanding and so much confusion about the software, okay, right. So the one to the left. Okay, so let me just read out what the one to the left says. So they both use the same model. So what, the same AI model, or the same, what model are they using? What are we talking about? The AI connected to the internet, or scripted model, or what? So the difference is that premium has better voices. Okay, that much I understand. The premium voices have a more accurate speech, accents, etc. They can also clone other people. It's more natural. But there is no difference between basic and premium in terms of ATC and how it works. It's only how the voices sound that is different.
All aircraft, we advise information echo now current altimeter 3027.
Why is that on heading select now? Yeah, you see, so apparently there's a lot of confusion about, you know, what uses what. What's the difference between premium and basic and so on. So then my question is, so if they both use the same system, but the premium only uses better voices, more accurate speech, accents, and they can clone other people. So where does then the costs of using BeyondATC come from? Using speech, using AI inputs and so on. That's a question. So what is the difference then between basic and AI regarding data usage? That's a question. Flying Wolf, you're struggling to understand their business model. I get they probably want a steady income stream, but from the way I understand it, implemented BeyondATC is pushing away potential customers who don't fly that much or are financially less fortunate. Yeah. So the cost for premium is because it's far more resource intensive. Sign up to any AI voice generator and you get free access to all the basic voices, but the premium voices always cost money. Okay, well, I tell you what then. As a feedback to BeyondATC, it seems to me that there's a lot of confusion about the concepts, the differences between premium and basic, and why premium costs characters, basic doesn't. And maybe that should be explained in a little bit more detail regarding that pricing model. So, if you have a Mayday right now, you will get no response from BeyondATC, no matter what version you are using. Yeah, so Vinyl Rabbit at the moment, that's what they said on their release information regarding. Got it here. So, not functional and early access. You have traffic injection, VFR flights, emergency procedures, oceanic procedures, and the VR interface. So that is not functional and early access. That they clearly stated that. But right now they have early access, full IFR functionality, 250 plus premium, basic voices. So here comes already the first part regarding confusion. Realistic FAA, okay, that's fine. Dynamic runway sit star selection, PIREPs, okay, that's good. Simply, okay. Approach selected based on weather, yeah, that works fine. And then customer user data for airport specific SOPs. So on the FAQs they say, is BeyondATC powered by AI? So the answer is we use the latest in AI technologies to process your voice, decide what the ATC should do, and generate highly realistic responses with AI voices. However, to keep the program affordable, we do not use a LLM, large language model, such as Gemini or ChatGPT. Hey V-Pilot, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, training involved regarding all of the emergency procedures. Yeah, that will be quite complex, yeah, to do. It's just a matter of time, though, before the even premium voices come down in price and become free. Things are progressing quickly with AI. Yeah, that's possible at some point. No, so the oceanic clearance at the moment, like I said, the oceanic clearance is not yet functional. It's on their to-do list. So if you look at the early access functionality, that's the stuff they've implemented. That is not functional just yet. And that's oceanic procedures are not yet in early access. So one thing I'm also looking forward to is VFR flights. That will be interesting to see if they actually use procedural or regional procedures. So let's say in Germany, VFR flights could go in German language. So that would be interesting to see at some stage if that's possible, because that would be great. I've already got some friends who said if that was implemented, then that's definitely a good reason for them to use BeyondATC. Ibana says, I don't like this growing trend of releasing software as early access, but charging customer the same as the full release with no incentive for being what is essentially as a beta tester. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing is, the whole discussion, the whole kind of thing, that the way it blew up was the criticism, not just by me, but also by a lot of people here, saying that, you know, if the program doesn't understand your request, and at the beginning, so yeah, you can blame the customer and say, well, you know, if you don't know the procedures correctly, well, you shouldn't be worried, you shouldn't be, you know, wondering why the program doesn't understand what you're saying. And people were upset about the fact that these responses cost characters. And yes, I don't know if that specifically says it on their FAQs or their release notes, etc. I'm just saying that's what people are seeing and getting upset about, be it right or not. Yeah, but I don't want to, you know, have this be on such a negative sentiment. As I've just clearly said on my first stream as well, that I find it enjoyable. I find the idea very good, right? And yes, there's a lot of room for improvements, and there will be improvements. But I see potential, and a lot of people see potential. And like I said, there's people seeing, you know, a good use for it, even if they're flying a lot on VATSIM. Yeah, and what I also see here is that people then, maybe that's also a good feedback for BeyondATC, that a lot of people will go and use the basic versions, the free versions. That's good enough for them. So then the whole discussion that we just had about premium can be neglected, because nobody will really care, because they're using the basic no-cost versions. Approach control didn't understand the request to change runways. That's not, well, yeah. I mean, again, you can say that's, you know, problematic regarding early access, maybe, but yeah. Okay, so another comment was from Mr. C-Zone, saying that the voice model that you choose, does it change anything about how ATC works? And the answer is no, the voice model selected is solely for audio voice fidelity and does not affect the ATC callouts or actions in any way. All right, there we go. Hey Alpha, wie geht's? Nice to see you. Well, I mean, the good thing about the discussion we've just had is that I learned some things about it, and then yeah, and a lot of other people learned something more about the program as well. So what we can take away is that it doesn't matter which version you use, the premium or basic, the ATC interaction regarding the clearances instructions is the same. Difference is the voice fidelity. And that's a good statement. That's a clear statement for people that didn't know up to this point. Yeah, and I have not used basic version yet because I don't have that much time to mess about at the moment with these things, and I wanted to showcase, yeah, what premium can do, especially regarding, yeah, the fidelity flying in different areas around the world. I mean, that's something, it has to do with immersion, obviously. So if you get accents and different dialects as you fly around the world, I mean, that's something which is great. Yeah, so Abdullah, yeah, so there seems to be a misunderstanding that people say that the basic version is scripted, and that's apparently not the case. So what I'm seeing here as responses is that basic and premium have the same ATC responses. It's just the fidelity is different regarding the accents and the dialects. Tim Doc says they haven't flown with basic yet, but the voice on the website sound good enough. Well, there we go. And I think a lot of people will see it that way. Yeah. And again, let's get back to the positives of the software, because it all got a really negative twist just then. So, like I've been saying, it's a good tool for people that are starting out with ATC and they want to have the integration of flying the aircraft and then having to listen and respond to instructions from ATC, including, if they want to, tuning in the new frequencies, giving them the whole kind of concept, which they can, portray then onto flying on VATSIM or on Iveo, Pilot Edge, whatever. And I know from experience, I know from the feedback I get here on the stream, a lot of people are a little bit hesitant to go on these networks because they're afraid of messing up. They're afraid of getting told off and so on. So this is actually a great way for learning. And then, people saying, hey, but you know what? It's not just for learning. It's also for these instances where I don't have VATSIM control, but I do want to have, ATC interaction. Oh, can I have another? One more question then. So, yeah, okay, that's fine. So this will also be a huge game changer. So at some stage when they release AI traffic, that's going to add another layer to the whole concept, which is great. And that is, just like in real life, or when you fly on VATSIM, you have to listen to all of these communications. So you have to listen in and be aware that the controller can call you at any time. So you've got to keep listening, watch, and that has to be trained. So airline pilots have a very good way of actually listening to ATC, but not usually for the whole transmissions. So they will listen in for the call sign, and at the moment they realize it's not their call sign, they will not necessarily listen to the rest of the instructions. You can switch on the fly. Well, it's not that I don't believe you, Mr. CISO. So I do believe you. It's just that right now I'm actually, I want to have the full fidelity, to be honest. Again, I don't have that much time at the moment flying and streaming. So while I do have the chance, I want to showcase that. But I think we can definitely leave it as it is and say that people shall not worry. It doesn't matter if you use basic or premium, you're going to get the same instructions, the same responses, just in a different voice fidelity. That's the difference. Hope they implement CPDLC and cell call. You hate listening to frequency, lol. Hey Hayden, how you doing? Street says, imagine if BeyondATC have talked about the future possibility of, of the possibility of having voice packs that could live locally on your machine, which you pay once, and then yeah, you could have like like people like KAUS voice pack that yells at you. Oh yeah, and another feedback. Maybe I don't know if people will portray this to BeyondATC. Another feedback that I got from a couple of people is that they are saying the speech is too fast. So they would actually appreciate a possibility, a slider somewhere, to maybe reduce the speed of those spoken words. I don't know how complicated that is to implement into a software. If that's possible, well, I think a lot of people then would actually appreciate it. Hey, Bruno. How does it work? Say Intentions combines multiple AI platforms with your own secret source to create an ATC experience that would have been unimaginable a short time ago. Generative AI, neural voices, machine learning, and more create immersion so rich. Many of our customers wonder if they actually talk to real people. Okay, that's from Starch. Okay. So that's Say Intentions. So Say Intentions AI combines multiple AI. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I need to try Say Intentions as well at some point. See how that works. But Say Intentions, is that also like early access, or let me just see. As a cost per month, yeah, but I mean, it's not finished, is it? Yeah, I mean, FOMO, so fear of missing out, is always an issue. That is always an issue, especially when you have lots of hype being created pre-release. Then, yeah, that can be an issue. Right, where are we? We are coming close to the US border. We are about to fly over Laredo International. Kilo Lima Romeo Delta. Laredo. Okay, so pricing for the Say Intentions is $29.95 a month or $2.95 a year. I mean, that's a steep price, I guess. Question is then, how good is it? So right now, they support Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. They had X-Plane support, but I had to remove it because of the costs. How accurate is it? This is not a study level ATC. Well, okay, you shouldn't expect that. And this is, it's a flight sim add-on, so it's for entertainment. I think people should understand that. As with all things in flight simulation. Yeah, so Bruno, again, I got confused. I honestly got confused with trying to figure out what the main reason is to have a premium, concept where you buy characters. If there's no difference between basic and premium regarding AI responses, so just being the fidelity, because I was asking, well, if premium is no cost, does it mean then that it's scripted, meaning it doesn't use AI, so it doesn't create that kind of cost, to have AI running on a server somewhere or whatever, you would use that technically, but no, I've been corrected. I've been corrected that it's the same system behind it, apart from the fidelity of the voices, which surprises me, if I'm honest, because then obviously I think a lot of people will just simply say, I'm good with basic. Geralda says intention is nice based on using your sayings, but however the response takes some time. Okay, I mean that's nice. Here I was actually surprised, positively surprised, here in BeyondATC that response time is actually pretty low, and I don't have the fastest internet, but yeah, the response time is very good. Say Intentions has a demo. Okay, maybe I'm going to try the demo in this case. Yeah. Now we're coming up to the border, so let's try something. Aeromexico 3858, request direct Lima Romeo Delta.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, confirm direct to Laredo.
Aeromexico 3858, affirmative.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, roger, cleared direct to Laredo.
Cleared direct to Laredo, Aeromexico 3858. Thank you. Get the passports out, yeah. Yeah, Bruno. I think that's what we all kind of learned here, is that the the premium version using an AI voice generation model or something that does, of course, then cost money. I was just surprised. I was just thinking that, or I couldn't imagine that the price difference would be so great. Just for using different, voiceovers. Right, interesting way of flying it, but as long as LNAV stays engaged, I'm happy. Iowa Scotsman, you say you have nothing against Say Intentions. It's good, and I have tested it myself. I wish with other sims were included with these. Okay, so Iowa, how long was the response time for you then? It was a bit slower than you'd like it to be. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It all comes down, quite often, it comes down to immersion, right? So, I mean, response time in real life sometimes are fairly long.
Mexico 3858 Heavy, Mexico expect Dixie Tree, runway 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858, expect Dixie 3, runway 18 right. So that's what we have, and I can enter the approach now. So let's enter the ILS approach, 18 right, with the Dixie 3 Hoffman transition, and at the end we have the ILS fix Shade, I don't know how to pronounce that. So that means we're going to put this to destination, and then, yeah, so vector. So this is the thing I'm going to be interested to see what happens here later. So according to the arrival, we would get the arrival with the descent, and then after SNOT, we get radar vectors. So that's one thing I'm interested to find out how that works today. And another thing is that, which I found, which has not worked that well just yet, is that the restrictions on the star is not followed that well by BeyondATC. So apparently there's been some improvements with the latest updates, and hopefully we can use it that way. So I'm just going to check the restrictions in the FMS. So let's go with Hoffman. Hoffman has no restriction. Then we got Guyton, Dobby, and then we've got Thelm. Thelm has 280 knots, level 200 or above. Then we've got Puddy, 14,000 above. And then we've got Orint, 12,000 above. Dixie at 250 knots, 14 to 10. Smilin is 12,000 below. And then we go... oh, hang on.
All aircraft, we advise information Foxtrot now current, altimeter 3027.
That's interesting. So we go planks, 8,000. Then we go the board. And then we go Trappen, 6,000 at. And SNOT, 6,000 at as well. And then we got vectors. So this will be interesting. So it's all correctly programmed. And so it will be interesting to see how that's going to work out. Yeah. So Bruno, again, you know, that's the whole concept, which I find a bit confusing. Yeah, because you're right as well. AI is not cheap to run, nonetheless. You should see the prices of GPUs, which are made only for AI. Okay. $40 miles till top of descent. Let's see, can we do one more fuel check here? Let's check. So we've got progress page, landing with 8.5, and we need 6.1 minimum. So that means we have a good 2 tons extra. 2 tons is about 22 minutes extra time. So we would have fuel for second approach, which is nice. Oh, you know what? I'm intrigued. Shall we try another go around today? And then another thing was, let me see, Houston. Houston has ATIS on 24.2. Now, I'm also confused about how we would use How will we get the ATIS on here? Hey, Floxap. Just put it in COM 2. Yeah, okay, so I've got that in COM 2 now. But we had the same issue last time. Just put in the... sorry, what's the ATIA frequency? The ATIS, just put in... Okay, in the first one. On number 1 set. Okay. Let me try that. 124.4.
Temperature 29er, 2.23, altimeter 2974, landing and departing runways 18 right, 18 left, reback all hold short instructions, advise on initial contact you have information Delta. Austin Bergstrom Airport information Delta, 17530. Wind 165 and 8, visibility 10. Ceiling 3,800 broken. 25000 broken. Temperature 29er. 2.23.
Okay, yeah, the one to the left, thank you.
Landing and departing runways 18 right, 18 left. Reback all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Delta. Austin Bergstrom Airport information Delta. 17530.
Nice. That's cool. What we on?
8, visibility 10. Ceiling 3,800 broken. 25000 broken. Temperature 29er. 2.23. Altimeter 2974. Landing and departing.
Man, what frequency we were on? That's a silly thing with the Horizon. It just kills the other frequency. One 134.6.
Instruction.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy on frequency.
Aircraft calling, request not understood.
Yeah, so BeyondATC says, so right now we've got, so we got track on, center, I got, let's try 125.32.
1 set.
Houston Center, good afternoon. Aeromexico 3858 on frequency.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, say altitude.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, flight level 350. Oh, no, 390.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, reset transponder. Squawk 0465.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, squawk 0465. We're level 390, not 350.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, Houston Center, roger.
Houston Center, Aeromexico 3858 heavy, ready for descent.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, descend via Dixie Tree arrival.
Nice.
Austin Bergstrom Airport landing, runway 18 right, altimeter 2974.
Aeromexico 3858, descent via Dixie 3 arrival. Runway 18 right, altimeter 2974. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, I like that. 2974. So we're going to go with VNAV. Going to clear that. So now we've got to be careful, though. Make sure that we have the correct restriction. Yeah, so Thelma is the first one, restriction at...
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Descend via Dixie Tree arrival. Austin Bergstrom Airport landing runway 18 right. Altimeter 2974.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Descent via Dixie 3 arrival. Landing runway 18 right. Altimeter 29.74.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Contact Houston Center 120.6. Have a good day.
120.6, Aeromexico 3858 Heavy.
Zero broken. Temperature 29.
Alright, we're a bit high in the profile. We use some speed brakes here. Houston Center, good afternoon. Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Descending via Dixie 3 arrival. Passing flight level 350.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Houston Center, roger.
Nice. Cool. Right, so we got the arrival briefed already. The approach itself will go as follows. We're going to go to... Okay, so just as, you know, I'm not going to value it or anything. So the question was, does the ATIS cost characters? And the answer is, at the moment, yes. Yeah, so stick figure, we had a missed approach in London Heathrow, and it told us to fly to or climb to flight level 161, which was a bit peculiar. I mean, the rest went well. So we got then a descent clearance with radar vectors. The radar vectors were fine. That all worked pretty well. So we got 200 above. Now the next one is 1400 above. And then we've got Orient at 12,000 above, but we're still a bit above the profile, so that's why speed brakes are out at the moment. So we got the approach radar vectored later on, and the final descent is out of 1600 from LBJ or whatever. How would you pronounce that? 3 degrees, 175 inbound. Minimums 750 feet. Missed approach. Early right turn. Climb 3,500, heading 250. And then we intercept the 222 radial out of Charlie Whiskey Kilo Centex. And we go to guards, intersection to hold. Cool. Well, that sounds good enough. So 750 for the minimums. Let's dial that in. Yeah, but I think, so TV, here in the US, it's a bit easier, I think, because, what am I dialing in? Because, you know, when you get told descend via whatever arrival, in our case, Dixie 3, that already clears you down to an endpoint, in our case, 6,000 feet. So you can't really, you know, be too high up in that case, because then it would be your responsibility. But yeah, I had an instance we had that in Heathrow, and we had that also in I had it in Naples, where the ATC kept me very high for very long. Gilend, well, yeah, potentially, yeah, but I guess it's taken it somewhere from a website or something. I don't know. Again, technically, I don't know why it charges for it. Yeah, Gabriel, yeah. 21st of May, yeah. F4 coming out. Exciting news, yeah. Hey, James, how you doing? So we're coming back on path. 280s on the speed. And next, we have... Putty 14,000. And next speed restriction as at Dixie. So we're going to be 250 knots between 10 and 14,000 feet. So, and here in the sim, it's the same as it's in real aircraft. The 787 descends very slowly. It's a very clean aircraft. So, yeah, speed brakes here in the 787, you use it often, especially later when ATC says, you know, reduce speed. If you just dial in minus 500 vertical speed, it takes ages in clean.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. Contact Austin approach 125.32.
Contact 125.32, Aeromexico 3858.
Right.
Yeah, that's Horizon mod. That has nothing to do with...
Read back a whole short instruction.
That is weird. 125.320. Let's try that.
Bergstrom Airport information.
Right, Horizon mod doesn't like the frequency. That's interesting.
Delta.
All right, now Houston, we've got a problem. All right. Anyways, it doesn't show up, interestingly enough, it doesn't show up on the window here, but it shows up on BeyondATC, so apparently it is selected. Austin approach, Aeromexico 3858, passing 17,000, descending via Dixie 3.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. I didn't get that.
Aeromexico 3858 on frequency.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. I didn't get that.
Aeromexico 3858, passing 16,000, descending via Dixie 3.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. Did not copy.
Right, this says... Right, let's try that.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy radio check.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. Readability 5.
All right, so we'll just continue now. We got the right frequency, so that should not be an issue now. We are pretty much on path, although 14,000 below, 250 knots. So yeah, let's help out with speed brakes again. Icebird, beyond, it only uses 2 numbers behind the decimal. Yeah, but it doesn't matter what I try to tune in, it just doesn't show up here. I mean, it did catch it on the BeyondATC app, so there it's correctly shown. So we're all good in that sense. Yeah, Mickey, again, that's more a thing for the European airspace. I found that as well, but I don't know, maybe with the latest updates, maybe they've improved on that. So, you know, try again. It may have gotten better. Aeromexico 3858 on frequency.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, verify information Delta.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, affirm, we have information Delta.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, Austin approach, altimeter 2974, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 18 right.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, altimeter 29.74, expect radar vectors ILS 18 right.
Negative, runway 18 right.
Runway 18 right. Yeah, that's actually a good tip, Vinyl Rabbit. That actually... So even though it showed the right frequency, it didn't... I'm not sure if it said Austin Terminal Radar Approach Control there. So it does help if you go and click on this. So if you got issues dialing in the frequency in the box of your aircraft, just go on the frequency here on the headset and just click on the correct frequency itself. And then it'll tune that. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Hey, Cannon Plug. Cool. Let's have a look here. That's all done. That's all done. Let's do that. This is a message also that comes quite often. Even the weird thing is, even if your bracket goes up much higher, you get that message that it's unable to maintain VNAV descent speed, and that's usually because once it goes 10 knots above the commanded speed, it brings out that message, even though theoretically it can actually descend with a faster airspeed. But we're on path. I don't see a reason to pull the speed brakes right now. That's all good. Oh, really? You're missing the Twitch notifications? That's weird. Yeah, but I think someone else... Maybe spam folder? I don't know, Cannon Plug. Maybe it's... For some, it's getting into the spam folder. Well, I am intrigued to see if they fixed that. I mean, I'm not trying to bash BeyondATC in any form. So don't misunderstand. If I try a missed approach, it's A, for practice for me. And then... to see what BeyondATC does. Right, let's do the descent. Where's my checklist? Let's do it this way. Checklist. So, descent checklist. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. 2. Landing data. VREF. Actually, I should call out descent items. Let's do flaps 30. And auto brake 2. So VREF 143 and minimums bar row 750 feet. Approach briefing completed. Approach checklist, altimeters 2974. Approach checklist completed. Yeah, so Icebird, it's early access, and yeah, with the initial price, you get 50,000 characters for the premium voice set. Now, as we've learned today, you don't have to use premium, right? So the basic free version doesn't use credits or characters, and it's the same instructions, just with basic voiceovers. That's all. Big difference. Oh, you have to support a version. Nice. Also, you know. Just breaking through the clouds. Lights already on. Engine ITS not required. We've got plus 17 degrees. VNAV out. And now expecting radar vectors beyond snot. Beautiful aircraft.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Leave snot heading tree 50. Expect radar vectors for ILS, runway 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Leave snot heading 350. Radar vectors ILS 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Fly present heading. Descend and maintain 3,000 vectors for the approach.
Fly present heading. Descend 3,000 vectors for the approach. Aeromexico 3858. Actually, let's go flight level change 3,000. And we are now on heading. Heading select. Oh, that works nicely. Oh, hang on. How? Oh, God. Yeah, we were way slow. How slow? We got well distracted there. That's the problem with... was there a speed restriction there? 210. Why did it go all the way down to 109? That doesn't make sense. So it should have maintained 210 at least. That's one of the problems with VNAV here in the Boeing, where you've got to be careful. It will go below the maneuvering speeds, contrary to the Airbus. So if you have speed restrictions on your flight plan, you've got to open the speed window to make sure it doesn't drop below that. So 1,000 feet to go. Oh yeah, that area is nice here. It's nice to see this here. So actually a lot of people go for hiking. It's got some lakes here as well. Interesting. Nice. Does anyone have a problem with what? James? No? Why? What do you mean? I'm doing well. Sorry. I did say hello. I'm doing well. How are you doing? ILS is identified. Actually, hang on. That's still the wrong frequency, isn't it? Hang on. 18 right. India, Charlie... No, India, Golf, Fox, Quebec. No, that is correct. It is checked. Here comes flaps 1. Get some flaps out. A little bit of drag. And then get some airspeed out. And so, PMG, you have oh, is that in version 6? P3 version 6, James, by any chance? That sounds like an incompatibility. And you did activate the PMG. Oh, it's okay. I'll have a look. So 4th and 6th Street, is that like bars and restaurants?
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, turn right heading 070.
Aeromexico 3858, turn right heading 070. Yeah, that sounds to me, James, like a. It sounds to me like a installation error, or you didn't activate it correctly. Because you have to activate it in the MCDU.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Aeromexico 3858, turn right
Your streams
140
my sanity while
and descend 2000.
Theory D.
Hang on. Hang on. Vertical speed. PPL or PP Live. Thank you so much for the 4 months and thanks for the kind words. So 2000. But then hang on. That's fairly low actually. It's just, well, we're under radar vectors. What does the MSA say? White area means we are safe. Gotta descend slowly here. Flaps 10. We're not clear the approach yet. Just saying.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, 7 miles from UT. Turn right, heading 165. Maintain 1,600 until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS runway 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858, turn right heading 165, maintain 1,600 until established on final approach course. Cleared ILS 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, contact Austin Tower 121.0. Take care.
121.0, you too. Aeromexico 3858, good day.
Left. Read back I'll hold short instructions.
All right, lock.
Right on initial contact, you have information.
So 1,600, flaps 17. And we're on localizer, so now I'm going to press the approach button here. Light slope armed. Gears coming down. Austin Tower, good afternoon. Aeromexico 3858, ILS 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, Austin Tower, continue.
Yeah, I'm just doing a very shallow descent because we did get pretty low there.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, Austin Tower, continue.
Aeromexico 3858, continue. Flaps 20.
All aircraft be advised information echo now current. Altimeter 2974.
Yeah, it does seem to work more reliable here because you get that descent via the arrival, which takes you down already to a good altitude, you know, good pattern altitude. So there's less room for errors here.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, wind 165 at 8, runway 18 right, cleared to land.
Runway 18 right, cleared to land. Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Flaps.
No. Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, cleared to land, runway 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, cleared to land, runway 18 right. I guess I'm pronouncing right, not correctly. So, let's read the landing checklist. Landing checklist complete. Checklist complete. Manual flight. So we did want to try a go-around, correct? Go-around. Flaps 20. Speed. Toga. And of course, we'll go to 3,000 initially. Pause rate. Gear up. Aeromexico 3858, go around.
Aeromexico 3858, heavy roger. Fly runway heading, maintain 3,500.
Nice. Maintain runway heading, climb 3,500, Aeromexico 3858. So flaps 5.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy. Contact Austin departure 125.32. Talk to you in a bit.
Contact 12532, Aeromexico 3858. So that was a good altitude he gave us there, 3,500. Much better than we had previously. So 125 point... Is it 325? Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Whoever said that, that's correct. So if you get a frequency 12532, so it's missing the 8.33 kilohertz spacing, just put the 5 behind that, and that works. Austin approach. Hello again. Air Mexico 3858, 3,500.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, welcome back. Continue.
Continue. Air Mexico 3858. That's cool. I'm going to leave the flaps out at 1 and just go like 210 or something. That way we can stay in the pattern. So we're going to get radar vectors. That, well, Bruno here doesn't know. It's still armed, isn't it? Get rid of that. Yeah, Icebird. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if I had said, you know, maintaining runway heading at 3,500, then, you know, he could have said just continue. Right, so we got the fuel check at 8.1. So we still have about 1.4, 1.2.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, turn right heading 255.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, turn right heading 255. Oops. Yeah, so nice kind of crosswind. So the thing is with 18 right is that it's 3,700 meters and we're going to try to get Tango. And that is from the picture, I would say about 2,000 meters. So let's try order break 3. That should help a bit better. Let's do 3. And also let's use the head-up display.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, turn right, heading 355. Expect further clearance in about 2 tree miles.
Air Mexico 3858 Heavy, turn right, heading 355. Copied. It's nice, he says 23 miles. Then we don't have to ask any sooner. That's about just past... well, in between UT and Shade, or Chad, or whatever how you call that. Good, let's do a quick checklist. So we got the... we'll take the after takeoff checklist, so landing it up or flaps at 1. And then we'll do the approach checklist. Actually, no, the descent checklist first of all. So recall is checked. Auto brake 3, landing data still 143, minimum 750, approach briefing remains the same, and the approach checklist, altimeter 2974. Yeah, Icebird. Good saying. Well, you know what? I don't know. Somebody showed a picture where apparently... wasn't that you, Oist, that showed a picture with the Windwing FCU that works with the Boeing 737? Someone showed that on my Discord. Good. ILS is still tuned. I'm a bit surprised. I actually thought the area to the west of Austin is a bit hillier. I thought they had some bigger hills there, but not really. So it's a beautiful area. Nice for hiking and so on, but yeah, fairly flat. Big disadvantage, I think, is because it is a BeyondATC can't manage fly-by-wire FSLT or any other AI traffic. You mean with the models? Because right now the AI traffic tool isn't working yet here in so they're gonna have their own AI traffic, but what model matching are they gonna use? So someone thinks they're going to use FSLTL. Okay. Yeah, good news is regarding the Windwing FCU. So they fixed the flickering in frame generation. That's great. Okay, well, I guess we have to wait and see then, yeah. See what traffic models they're going to use. Yeah. Good. Flaps coming 5. We're going to expect some more vectors in a second. Just to be ready. Yeah, that's true. You can use Stream Deck, yeah, with the profiles there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and James, I'm not sure. Are you on my Discord, James? If you can, post that in the Flight Sim help section. I'm sure someone there may be able to help you with the black screens.
Welcome aboard the
Hey,
Captain
Alex,
Black Box
it's
Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Buonasera.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class
This took more planes in real life than the simulator. Nice.
Flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Well, that's good, though.
Mexico 3858 heavy. Turn right
Buonasera.
heading 075.
This month I took more planes
Right
in
heading
real
075,
life than in
Aeromexico
the simulator.
3858.
I hope you're doing great, Captain BB711 beloved.
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. I'm very busy still renovating the house, but yeah, looking forward to some real world flying now. James, you just did? Okay, fantastic. Yeah, let's see who finds an answer. Yeah, because I remember black screens. I had that as well. 16 miles.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, 9 miles from UT, turn right heading 140, maintain 1,600 until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS runway 18 right.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, right heading 140. Maintain 1,600 until established on final approach course. Cleared the ILS 18 right. So let's go lock. Again, I'm just going to do a slow descend. There's no need for a fast descend here. We're still good mile, couple of miles out. So we got lock armed. Yeah, troll Manus. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. You know, visually fantastic. It looks very nice. Also, just the ease where...
Mexico 3858 Heavy, contact Austin Tower 121.0, take care.
Contact 121.0, you too, Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Nice. Very polite controller there, GG's. Cool, let's descend further, flaps 10. Flaps 10. Hey Krishu, how you doing? Yeah, visually perfect. I wouldn't want to change much regarding visuals. It's checked. Austin Tower, good afternoon. Aeromexico 3858 Heavy, ILS 18 right. Lock. First approach.
Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Wind 165 at 8. Runway 18 right, clear to land.
Runway 18 right, clear to land. Aeromexico 3858 Heavy. Yeah, just a bit overshoot there. Oi, 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 oi. Easy. Okay, it's coming down. We're getting there. It's a nice slow descend, trying to catch that path, flap 17. Flaps 20. The speed brakes, lights are all on. Get a light slope, now I can set the 3,500. It would be 9er, so correct, it would be, you wouldn't say 9, but 9er. That would be the correct wording. Here comes flaps 30. Final setting. And plus 5. 148 is good. So we're going to read the checklist. Landing checklist. Landing checklist complete. Checklist complete. Let's do some hand flying. So this time I'm going to press the buttons up here. Lol. Manual thrust, manual flight. Let's do some hand flying. Clear to land, wind a little bit from the left. Manual flight. 1,000 checked. Right, there we go. So 2 white, 2 red. Looking good. Trying to get the flight path vector into the touchdown zone. Very nice. Lovely stable. Slightly high, correcting. Yeah, so if there's anything to criticize about the Horizon mod, it's very sensitive in the pitch axes. The real aircraft is a bit easier on the controls. Continue. So speed brakes up, reverse as normal. We'll take the second to the left. Manual brakes. $60 knots checked. Beautiful.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy. Exit next available taxiway.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy. Vacate next available taxiway. So it's nice. He said exit, I said vacate. But that was fine.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy. Contact ground 121.9er. See you.
Contact 121.9er. Aero Mexico 3858. See ya. So let's get the charts out for the approach. That was great. Not gonna lie, that was really good. Austin ground, good afternoon. Aero Mexico 3858.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, I didn't get that.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, request taxi to gate.
Aircraft calling for taxi instructions, say call sign.
Aero Mexico 3858. Or 3858, I should make.
Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy, welcome to Austin Bergstrom Airport. No suitable gates for your aircraft exist at this airport according to your scenery data. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
Taxi at pilot's discretion. Aero Mexico 3858 Heavy. There we go. Let's see. My scenery doesn't support heavy aircraft. Yeah, you're right. Why not? Why not? Taxi, let's see. Gates. How about gate 20? We'll make it fit. Hang on, let's do 23. Right. User. The thing is, I actually took the time to download the GSX profile for the scenery. So there's two sceneries available for Austin, and I have the more expensive one, for whatever reason, for what it's worth. And I downloaded the GSX profile from flightsim.to and put it in the folder. So I'm a bit surprised. Really, you've had that every destination for every aircraft so far? Okay. No, I think... Didn't we have that in Heathrow? That worked in Heathrow, didn't it? Because they gave us gate 511 or something. Yeah, so I've got the one. I have the scenery from Dominic Design Team. Yeah, Dominic Design Team. I don't know. I would imagine it's able to read out the Microsoft, so the GSX folder or something. So if you have payware scenery and you have, I would assume that if you have some sort of profile saved. Right, that looks a bit strange. There it is. So that's our parking spot there, 23. It does have to do with just pretty about the scenery. Really? Well, maybe they should try to get access to the GSX folder somehow. Because that will probably help.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment
done the
will
after
be served.
landings.
Thank
Apart
you.
from that, we're going to switch off all the lights. Where's my first officer? So here we go, 23. Sim Caesar, thanks for gifting another sub to Vinyl Rabbit. Rabbit, please say a big thank you to Sim Caesar gifting you that sub. Yeah, Iceberg, yeah, I actually have that installed. Shut down items. That's also available. Right, so we have terrain, traffic off, flight directors off. That reset. That looks good, that looks good. So rest of the items. Hydraulics, fuel pumps, beacon, transponder. Let's check doors to go. Systems, doors. Right, let's see. Operate jetways. Fantastic. Nice. Good. Then we'll read a shutdown checklist. Parker brake is set. Shutdown checklist completed. Right. Okay. So, first of all, thank you so much for all the very informative inputs today. I have definitely learned a lot about BeyondATC, and bad on me that I didn't read the FAQs on their website. But we got some good questions here. A lot of people did answer with some good inputs. And we had very little issues on this flight, I have to say. So that was a very positive experience. Even the go around with the missed approach altitude. Yeah, and for me, the biggest takeaway today is the fact that the voice models are, or there's just a difference between the voice model itself, so the fidelity of the voice model, between basic with no cost and premium with the characters. Otherwise, the controlling itself will be the same. So next time I use BeyondATC, I'm going to go with the basic setup and see how that sounds, so that we have a comparison. Radio check with the basic. Okay, let's try that. So let's go basic. Okay. Aeromexico 3858 heavy, radio check.
Aeromexico 3858 heavy, readability 5.
Okay. So, I mean, that's fine. So if I go to, let's try something. Let's try something. So let's go to, is it raining in London by any chance right now? Or let's see. I want to see somewhere where it's raining, because I want to try out that effect from SimFX. So we got rain in Salzburg. Of course it's raining in London. No, it's actually not. That's the thing. It's actually not raining in... Unlikely. So let me just do something really quickly. I mean, even though it's not realistic, but let's try... And let's try this. And let's go to Salzburg. It should be raining there. Now, SimFX does work with the Phoenix. However, it does have restrictions because... A bit tame, that's fine. Because the Phoenix has its own model sets for certain things, like... you know, thrust and engine blur. Is it blur? Yeah, I think blur as well. So they do have some stuff. Let me just do a real quick sim brief flight plan so that we can load something in. Yeah, I just want to hear the different voice sets there. So let's try that. That. Gonna go to Frankfurt. 787-9. Edit flight. So I want to go to part 35. Ha, it's raining. Fantastic. Oh, yes, please. Very nice. Very nice. So, departure runway 33. Yes. Generate. Yeah. Right, there we go. So now we should get connection, loading the flight.
BeyondATC connected.
So let's do a flaps 5. I'm not going to really insert anything here. So let's have a look. We'll go tower. Oh, sorry. Let me completely restart that. It still had Austin Tower in there for some reason. So let me just restart that completely. Be warned, the accents can be quite heavy with basic. Well, I don't know. I don't really worry too much about the accent itself. I guess people will care more about readability and maybe how fast. Sorry, so Lilo, hang on. Sorry, I missed your message. What did you... reworked rendering of the world tiles to avoid graphic glitches on a DX12. Okay, nice. So they did acknowledge, yeah, that's the last thing I caught up on. So they did acknowledge they had issues with DX12 and some textures. And they, so they've improved that. Right, let's do that. Let's do tower. Nothing tuned. Salzburg delivery, Lufthansa 711, request clearance.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, request IFR clearance to Frankfurt, main airport.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, Salzburg delivery. Expect runway 33, in row 1 Alpha departure. Squawk 1000.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy. Expect runway 33, in row 1 Alpha departure, squawk 1000.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, read back correct. Contact tower 118.1 when ready for push or start.
Contact tower 118.1 when ready for push or start. Okay, so there we go. That's the basic voice set. So no cost, right? But like I said, up to now, I would just want to try premium because for me, at least, I just love the immersion with the different dialects. And yeah, on that flight from Mexico to Houston to Austin, that was very. Let's hear the 80s on basic. Hang on. Yep. So let's go back to basic, and then we go to 80s.
Light rain. Landing and departing runway tree. Transition level 100. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Salzburg Airport information Delta. 1920 Zulu. Wind 175 at 4 rain. Few clouds at 800. Ceiling 5000 broken. Temperature 1 tree. Dew point 12. QNH 1016. Light rain. Landing and departing runway tree. Transition level 100. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Salzburg.
So let's have a look now. We wanted to try out the... Oh, it's dry now. Seriously. That's FSX, that's SimFX, right? That is not from standard. Salzburg Tower, Lufthansa 711, ready for departure.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, Salzburg Tower, wind 175 at 4, runway 33, line up and cleared for takeoff.
Lufthansa 711, say again.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, Salzburg Tower, wind 175 at 4, runway 33, line up and cleared for takeoff.
Okay, so that's a little bit off an Austrian accent. Lufthansa 711 Heavy, runway 33, cleared for takeoff. Right, let's try this. So, whoop. little bump in the road there, nothing to worry about. Ah, that effect, that's what I was looking for. Nice. Ah, yes, please. It's a bit much, but I like it. Yeah, it's a bit much. Can we dial that down a bit? Contrails, shooting stars, user aircraft.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, reset transponder. Squawk 1000.
Touchdown, wings. Overall quality, high, dynamic. No, it's just the quality, right? So you can't set the strength. Lufthansa 711 Heavy, Squawk 1000.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, contact Salzburg departure 132.46.
All right, one more thing I want to try, guys. I'm just curious. I want to see some northern lights. For that, we're going to go to Sunderstrom. They actually give you a live map as well to see.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, Salzburg Tower.
Sorry, we closed the simulator. I'm sorry. Oh dear. All right, let's go. Bravo Golf Sierra Foxtrot. And then let's put this to nighttime. And let's go there real quickly. So there's two more effects that you have with SimFX, and that is shooting stars and northern lights. But the thing is, I have two actually. So I think I have an extra program as well for northern lights. But I just want to see. Where was the Northern Lights app? Oh, yes, look at that. How cool is that? Oh, let's go. Yeah, let's leave it like that. So apparently, what it does, it actually takes the real world Northern Lights data. Yeah, so it's nice. It changes colors. It changes positions. So yeah, it can be bluish. It can be greenish. Sometimes even reddish. Now it does disappear a bit too fast. And now normally it wouldn't appear and disappear that fast. Oh, there was a shooting star as well. Lol. Can I zoom? Change the zoom quickly. Pan mode. No, it can't zoom. Yeah, that looks very pretty. Nice. You think that could be the... Let me just try. I can switch that off, can't I? So I can go with environment. And I can switch off. Can I switch that off? Off. There we go. Yeah, that could be the other program. Yes, I do have... oh, man. But I can't switch it off right now, can I? You can check if it's in the SimFX menu. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So I switched it off. So this is actually the other app. Okay. because I have another app that has live auroras, and I have switched that off now in but the thing is, I can't switch it off now without restarting the whole sim. We can have a look at that at some other time, but that's pretty, isn't it? Love it. Intensity, subtle. So you can actually change the intensity here as well. Realistic or extreme or subtle. Nice. Okay, cool. That is actually pretty neat, isn't it? Now, in real life, it's, you know, seeing Northern Lights in real life is amazing. It's one of the most beautiful things I've seen. And when it gets really intense with, you know, really kind of reddish colors as well. Very nice. Yeah. Cool. Okay, guys. Thunderstorm. This is actually one of our en route alternates in case something goes really, really wrong.
Good night, Black
Good night, Nanook. I think, is it SAS that flies here on a scheduled flight with an A330 or something? And it's not actually a bad airport. It's actually fairly okay to land in case of emergencies. It's just got it's just the approach is 09, localized approach, kind of offset approach. Small aircraft can land 27, but usually would have 09 with localizer. Nice. Oh, it's Air Greenland. Okay, nice. Yeah, so Air Greenland flies here with a 330. Nice. Yeah, I don't even remember which program I used for the Auroras. Cool. Right, guys, thank you so much for the awesome support. Big shout out to Sim Caesar. And I'm just going to check. Is he streaming already? Nope. Not streaming yet, but please check out Sim Caesar's channel if you can later on. Big thank you then to everyone that supported today. Thank you so much, and I'm happy that we cleared up some stuff regarding BeyondATC. And again, today it worked really nicely. Quite enjoyed it. Aurora Borealis is the correct name for it. Yeah, cool. Thank you much. Next stream, if anybody is interested, next stream is going to be on Tuesday. No, sorry, Monday. So I'll be away flying in real, finally, in the real aircraft. Looking forward to it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks so much for being here, for hanging out. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Here comes the outro. Mighty moderators, as always, hats off to you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. See you soon.